9 News Plus weather, sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Thursday, or happy Friday Eve, as I like to call it. 9 News meteorologist Laurann Robinson here with your virtual forecast, and we have another busy day. Now, we're not expecting quite the severity of what we saw yesterday, especially out in the northern plains, but we will continue to watch for these scattered storms through the afternoon again, as we have another afternoon of marginal and slight risks for severe weather. Yesterday, we had that enhanced risk thrown in as well. That's what brought those tornado warnings and the more severe weather. So we're going to be just one level down from what we saw yesterday afternoon, meaning we're still going to expect those storms, some of them to be a little stronger, but there's less of a tornado risk as we go through the rest of the afternoon, especially across the plains and even portions of the Front Range. So let's go ahead and start with a live look outside. It's been a rainy morning already. We are going to continue to see these rain showers bring a lot of moisture into the state, especially across the high country, Front Range, Eastern Plains. This is a live look outside of the 9 News building here, where of course you can see just light rain showers at the moment, but we do have another very wet afternoon in store, so it's certainly a rain boots and umbrella kind of day. 49 degrees at DIA. Temperatures a bit cooler than what we had been seeing. It does feel closer to 44 degrees with those winds coming in from the northeast at just 12 miles per hour. Winds aren't too outrageous right now, but those are expected to pick up this afternoon as well as more storms continue to push in. Temperatures across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, we're seeing a wide range, anywhere from the middle 40s in Colorado Springs and Lyman, all the way to the low 70s further south in Springfield. Most of the area kind of sitting in the 50s though. Right now we're seeing those lower 50s to the north, upper 50s to the east and south. In high country, temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, and then low 60s out west. Now, most of the wind speeds not too bad at the moment, mostly between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Further south, you could see those gustier winds. Colorado Springs seeing those winds gusting around 33 miles per hour, 32 mile per hour gusts in Pueblo, 36 down in Springfield, where we are seeing those warmer temperatures. Now, as we take a look at our HD Doppler radar, you can see the center of the country getting all of the activity right now. Several lightning bolts all across Colorado, and this is where we're seeing those rain showers across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, snow off to the west and high country, and then just a little bit of moisture making its way into the western slope. So a lot of storms, scattered showers and storms expected through the rest of the afternoon. You can see these lines of showers continuing to sweep their way in from the south and then just brush all the way through the Front Range and Eastern Plains. We saw that yesterday. We're in for another afternoon of that today. Now, as we take a look at our severe outlook here, we do have that slight and marginal risk across the Front Range and Eastern Plains that I was just talking about a moment ago. But as you notice, the orange color, the enhanced risk, that's all in Kansas. Yesterday, we had some of that here in Colorado, and that's what brought the more severe weather. Today, we're just in marginal and slight risk for severe weather, meaning any storms that pop up. We are going to watch for locally heavy downpours, lightning and thunder, which we're already seeing. We're going to watch for those strong wind gusts, and we do have the potential for some hail again. I don't think that we're going to see much large hail. It'll likely be small to medium size if you do get any hail this afternoon, but we will be a bit cooler, so that's going to limit a lot of the severity and a lot of the hail growth as we go through the rest of the afternoon. So this is a look at our severe outlook map again, mostly along the Eastern Plains is where we're going to see that slight risk, that step up from marginal, and then that marginal breaches into portions of the Front Range. So the southern, the east, central, and northeastern corners of the state going to see the most activity, a lot like what we saw yesterday. And take a look, this is also where we have the flood watches all the way through midnight tonight. So these areas, the northeastern corner of the state, that's where we're just going to see the most excitement, if you will. We're going to see the heavier downpours, the most lightning strikes. We're going to see those stronger winds, and these are the areas that will see any hail, if any. Now, we also have a flood advisory in Douglas County and Jefferson County until 4 o'clock this evening. That just means all of these areas, we just have excessive rainfall. That's what it's all due to. A lot of rainfall in a short amount of time, and that's going to pile that water up on the roadways and on the streets and anywhere you are. So always remember, if you are driving, turn around, don't drown. If you see those increased water levels, just use an alternate route. Now, off to the west, a different story. Lots of snow here. So if you're someone that's a snow lover, you're not ready for snow season to end, we're getting a lot of it in the high country, especially central and northern portions. We have a winter storm warning that's going to be in effect until noon tomorrow, where we could see 8 to 16 inches of new snow. And then we have several winter weather advisories until midnight tonight. Most of these areas in that 2 to 10 inch range. So you can see those smaller totals around Colorado Springs and just west of that. And then in the other mountain ranges, that's going to be near Eagle, Aspen, Gunnison, all of these areas could see around 4 to 10 inches of new snow as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening. So taking a look at our Futurecast, lots of bright colors across the northern plains. Those brighter colors are where the stronger storms are going to be, where the heaviest downpours are going to be. And take a look. That's where we have the flood the flood watch as well. So we have those bright colors across the northern plains, even dipping into northern portions of the Front Range. But of course, brighter colors are going to be a little bit further east. We have that continued snowfall off to the west, and we just continue to watch this rain sit over Denver and the urban corridor through the rest of the afternoon into this evening. Lots of rain expected, and then it's not until late Friday night where we start to see some of this clear out. So Friday evening, we start to finally clear out across the Front Range and Eastern Plains. We'll watch for some lingering spotty showers in the high country, and then Friday night we start to clear out overnight as we make our way into Saturday. Now today we're going to continue to watch for those cloudy skies, scattered showers and storms across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, snow in the mountains, temperatures a bit cooler, maxing out in the middle 50s. We're going to see those lower to middle 50s across most of the urban corridor. We're going to be warmer further southeast in the 70s in Lamar and Springfield. The high country will be in the 40s and 50s, and then those 60s out west. Tonight, we're just going to continue to watch for those scattered rain and snow showers across the majority of the state. We're going to continue to just watch for this soaking to just linger over Colorado, lows in the middle 40s. Most of the Front Range and Eastern Plains will be in the lower to middle 40s tonight. You can see those upper 30s in Lyman, a bit chillier there. 20s, 30s in the high country, 40s out west. Now, a cooler couple of days as we make our way toward the Mother's Day holiday. We'll see these temperatures in the upper 50s, lower to middle 60s over the next few days. And then as we make our way into the middle of next week, that's when those temperatures are going to return into the lower to middle 70s. But you'll notice each day has some sort of a rain or storm chance. Some are going to be a little wetter than others, and those are the days where we're seeing showers and storms. Friday, Sunday, Monday, those are the days where we're going to see more rainfall. Saturday, we're going to start the day off a little bit drier before those afternoon pop-up storms move in, and then the same is going to happen next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So a lot of change, a lot of activity in this 7-day forecast. This is definitely a stretch of days where you want to pay attention to the weather daily because it's going to change from the previous day. Yesterday and today are going to look similar because we're just going to see these washout conditions all day long. Lots of lightning strikes, lots of gusty winds, locally heavy downpours. So it's going to look like a lot like what we saw yesterday, just a tad bit less severe, which is good news for all of us. And then as we go over the next couple of days, we're going to continue to just see this pattern of unsettled weather just settle over Colorado. So again, another stretch of days where you want to pay attention to that forecast. And coming up through the rest of today, we'll have several meteorologists on board just to help you out to make sure that you get to where you're going safely, or you make those plans accordingly. I'll be here for the noon show for 9 News at noon, and then we're just going to have everybody else in through the rest of the evening. I think meteorologist Danielle Grant may be in for the 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Another busy night for her. So make sure that you stay tuned at 9 News, 9news.com, and on our 9 News mobile app for all of the latest weather updates. Have a good one.